The following presentation is part of the Beyond the Blast Doors network.
Welcome to the Bombadcast.
What is up, Bombad fam? I am not Scotty J. Rowe, who you're used to seeing here when the show starts. I am Pete Fletzer from around the galaxy, a part of the Beyond the Blast Doors network with the Bombadcast boys. And how's everybody doing tonight? Look, I don't know what's happening. Maybe it's an April Fool's thing. I'm not sure. Actually, that's not entirely true. Scotty is on his way as we speak. He's on an airplane on his way to Batu. So God bless him. He's going to have a lot of fun down there. And I honestly, I'm not sure what happened to Jerry. He couldn't pull it off tonight, but we didn't want to miss the opportunity. And so I figured, hey, I did Around the Galaxy on Tuesday night. I can do it again 2 nights later. I mean, that's what I do, but I'm going to do it as a Bombadcast episode. Before we get started, I do want to remind you that we are part of the Beyond the Blast Doors network. So do yourself and us a favor and go on over and like, subscribe, and share. Check in with us just about every weeknight. On Monday night, you get the Holo Chronicles. You got Scotty, you got Andy and Josh talking all things collectibles. On Tuesdays, you get Around the Galaxy. And you know what? I'm going to use this moment to remind everybody, if you're not doing anything Tuesday, even if you are doing something Tuesday night, April 6th, cancel your plans. Cancel them. Because Around the Galaxy on Tuesday night is going to be our super mega show. Nobody else is doing this. I have Ash Crossan. I have Hal Hickel. I have Clayton Sandell. And I have the lovely and talented Christina Ariel all hanging out with me on Tuesday night live. If you're not there, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what the point is of even having an internet connection if you're not with us on Tuesday night next week. Wednesdays, of course, you get Beyond the Blast Doors live, and Thursdays you get the Bombadcast. Well, they asked me to host tonight, and I knew I was going to be by myself, so I figured I did need a guest. Now, there's a guest that I've thought about having on Around the Galaxy before, but it just didn't feel right. It felt much more like a Bombad kind of guest to have. So tonight I made a call. I had to talk to his people, had to put me through to a couple things, but we were able to, at the very last minute, finally get this guest for us. And I'm excited to introduce on the Bombadcast and on the Beyond the Blast Doors network for the very first time, Sheev Palpatine. Sheev, how are you, sir?
There is a great disturbance in the Force.
Yeah, that's
sorry. That's what is today Thursday?
Today's Thursday, yes.
Oh shit. I'm sorry. That's my 10 o'clock tomorrow. Yes. Thank you for having me.
Well, we're very honored and excited that you would take the time to be with us here. I know you're very busy. You are what are you now? You emperor? You supreme leader? What are you these days?
I'm kind of actually an entrepreneur, as they might say.
Yeah,
I have a lot of irons in the fire, so to speak.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so you're calling in live from Exegol. It looks like that's your throne. Yes.
Yes, that right back there is my pointy throne.
Yeah,
it's very evil and yes, it looks evil just because the points. I don't know who said points were evil. But I don't know. Honestly, a lot of gray, just straight lines, like the DMV is quite evil. It feels like.
I'm not gonna lie. It does not look comfortable. It does not look like something you want to be sitting on. I mean,
well, frankly, I don't know if you can see. I've got I've got things that I'm on like a mechanical arm. so I
Okay.
can't really sit anywhere.
Right.
So
it doesn't matter. I don't know if
not
anybody
really.
if anybody's mentioned this to you, but it looks remarkably like the Iron Throne from Game of Thrones. I don't know if you're familiar with the television series Game of Thrones. I don't know if you've
No,
seen it.
I have absolutely. I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Okay, well, hey, I want to say thank you very much for joining us. This is we do have a lot of fun here on Beyond the Blast Doors, and
yes.
I don't. Are you the type of person that likes to have fun, or are you just kind of full-time evil? Like, how does that work?
I like to let my hair down once in a while, like let the hood down and the hair. Like, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I don't have much hair anymore. It kind of got burnt off by my own lightning. But, I've been known to knock back a few and maybe throw some rocks at some of my my cloning slaves here in Mexico. Yeah, just they it's a thing between us. It's a joke. It's an inside joke. So
well, I don't know. Have you ever watched Around the Galaxy, my podcast? Are you familiar with the way that show tends to run? If you're
you're not going to finish the question?
No, I've decided. That's part of the way Around the Galaxy works. Is I ask half a question and hope somebody picks up on it and then runs with it. So,
yes, you want this answer, don't you?
Yeah, I would.
Me to answer. You want me to answer?
I would like you to answer if you don't mind. I'll sip a beer while you do.
I honestly, I think I've stumbled upon it once or twice. While I'm flipping through the channels, trying to find. I've been trying, watching a lot of. I watch a lot of Tucker Carlson.
Okay.
And whenever they start showing the crazy infomercials for the walk-in tubs, I change the channel, which is YouTube. It's funny. I don't know why I watch it on YouTube.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
good.
Yes.
Well,
they still show the tub commercials on YouTube. Did you know that?
I did not know that. I don't.
Because I'm almost 200 years old doesn't mean I think. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know how old I am anymore.
Well, that was one of the questions. I was going to say the way we on Around the Galaxy, we take a step back and we ask, tell us a little bit about yourself, Sheev. Tell us a little bit about you.
Okay. Well, I'm Sheev H. Palpatine. I came from humble beginnings of it's like I don't know, it's a lot like the Joker. It's like you don't really know his origin,
right?
I would say I came from Naboo. That's a thing,
right?
Excuse me, I'm a little parched here. Actually, this is Gungan blood.
Okay, it's probably
it's quite rejuvenating, actually. But I came from Naboo, and I got into the Senate, as a young lad, strapping, then I became evil. Yeah, and did you did you ever hear the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise?
No, I have not.
Oh, it's great. It's great. You should hear it sometime. But,
do you want to share it? Do you want to tell that story or?
No, not really.
Right.
Not really.
All right.
Not right now. So, it's the times that it's the atmosphere is not right.
It's not that well.
It's not. You've got to have the right. It's one of those. One of those stories where you've got to have the proper atmosphere, the proper feel.
Right.
It's that I'm just not feeling it.
Right.
I'm just
sure. No, I get that. I get it. I don't know. I don't know if I'm feeling it either. I'll tell you what. I'm going to be looking to the comments. If anybody has any questions for Sheev Palpatine, but tell us a little bit about what you've been up to lately. What have you been working on?
Oh well, I've been really big on this whole fire Kathleen Kennedy train.
Okay.
Yes. I've been around since the beginning. Since the movies were made, and I've been in the shadows, a Phantom Menace.
So you would say you're Phantom Menace, then is what you're saying.
I'm the original fan. I am the original fan
Okay.
because I'm the one who orchestrated the whole thing.
Right. Okay.
So obviously,
so you are anti Kathleen Kennedy somehow.
yes. I honestly think that Dave Filoni, cretin, should take over. I don't know why, but it just probably because he has a dick.
Right.
Is my biggest concern.
Well, I mean, it was a question that I was going to really press you on. And I was going to wait a little later, but now that you brought it up, I don't see any women in important positions in your empire. Is there a reason for that?
You know, they just, you know, I don't want them getting their hormones all over, you know, like, ooh, you know, Mr. Palpatine. I take that back. We do have very good female people. We have Ray Sloan. Who is that? Okay. We have Ray Sloan.
So you got Ray Sloan. Okay.
Ray Sloan.
Right.
That one chick on The Mandalorian.
Okay. Yeah. Right. Well. All right. Why don't we move past this? Because I don't think it's going to go well. We do have a question that's actually been paid for some reason, and we're very thankful for Jared.
Yes.
Jared the Dark. He's a Dark Jedi, so perhaps you have something in common. He would like to know what the hell is Snoke, is where he's coming in from.
Oh, well, Snoke is, you know, if you read the visual dictionaries, you know, he's a strand cast. And what that essentially means is, imagine you take the raw material of a clone.
Right.
And you put that into what I believe you would call what's the word? A toaster oven.
Okay. Right.
And you know, but then you take that and you put it in a taffy puller.
Okay. Right.
And it stretches it way out. It's basically okay. Here's the thing. Here's the inside deal. I went through a short phase where I wanted to try out for the NBA.
Okay. Right.
And I said, "Can you make me taller?" And Snoke.
Right. Well, that makes sense. I mean, that totally makes sense. So I mean,
and I mean, it totally worked. But then, like, he has no jump shot because the man his bones are basically made of glass.
Right.
You know,
right.
I mean, the man can't. He has to wear little slippers. I don't know if you noticed that. He has to wear slippers.
I did notice he wears slippers that I believe it's the Tarkin line of slippers.
Yes, actually, yes. And you know, like, I mean, I have my own, I would say, garish charm, but I mean, his face, I mean, looks like Freddy Krueger, like, you know, it just looks like Freddy Krueger. That's all. It looks like Freddy Krueger went out to grab the morning paper in his gold robe, you know.
Yeah, I think he's got quite a as opposed to your robe, which is looks like mid 1800s gravedigger. I mean, I don't know which direction you're going with that. I mean,
you know, BBY or ABY. You know, I don't know. Honestly, I order a lot of these off of our equivalent of Amazon
right
here, and you know, I was actually a little concerned. The people, there actually is an apartment building here. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you know this. I have the top floor and stuff, but I was like, my neighbors are going to think I'm in some kind of cult, but I am.
All right. Well, I wish I had notes prepared for this because, you know, I'm kind of
okay. I know, a little starstruck.
I am. I mean, how often do you get to speak to the Emperor? So a couple more questions that I want to dig into.
My nose itches. Sorry.
It's all right. Is it still on? Is everything, you know, staying together there? Are you?
Oh yeah. No. This is good. This is a fresh one.
Fresh. It's good.
I jumped into a fresh one this morning.
Good idea. So you had brought up Kathleen Kennedy, and you brought up the Phantom Menace, or the Phantom Menace. I didn't quite catch. I'm sure you have opinion on some of the films that came after the maker had passed them on to Disney Corporation. What are your thoughts on directors like Rian Johnson and J.J. Abrams and what they're doing with your story?
I really just think that when it comes to the stories, that I'm in the shadows constantly and stuff. First of all, I'm a little pissed at JJ for not putting me in the first one.
Right. Sure.
At all, and I mean there was little hints here or there, you sprinkle, whatever. But then we've got Snoke, and then Ryan, or Ruin, am I right? Came in there and then had to give us make us think. I mean, what the hell, man? You're gonna come in and like tell us like, here, would you like to actually challenge yourself with a Star Wars movie? Would you like to have it be a theme that actually means something to you? Would you like amazing character development and also casino planets? No, thank you. No. I mean, come on. And the visually stunning. Who do you think you are? Like, who do you think you are, man? Like, come on.
Right.
And then he calls me a man baby. A man baby. I'm not a man baby. I am a man who literally started a war in order to gain control of a system so that I could be on top of everything. And then I got thrown down a shaft, and I still keep coming back because I'm such not a man maybe. I can handle everything. I can handle it.
Well,
I can handle life.
I'm glad you brought that up, because I was thinking a lot about that when I was like, this is great. I have an opportunity to speak to Sheev Palpatine and ask him the difficult questions.
Yes.
Why such a convoluted plan? I mean, you had already said that at one point you just decided, hey, I'm going to be evil. So you became evil, and yet you went through so many things had to work right for you to reach the pinnacle of where you are now, the objectives you were trying to reach.
Yes.
Why not just take a straighter path? Why so messy?
What can I say? I like jazz. Like ski la ba, ski la boo. I gotta be careful. Lightning comes out of these. I don't know if you know that.
Yes.
But yeah, these are registered lethal weapons. But actually, they actually are.
Okay.
No, I just what is the point of just going in and kicking in the doors, right? I mean, I talk a big game, right?
Right. You sure do.
I do. But I got thrown down a giant hole by a basically a amputee, So, I mean,
right.
It's you got to watch your back. I guess what I'm trying to say.
I guess.
And so I like to watch my back.
Yeah.
500 times over. I have to. I'm one of those guys that when I go on vacation, I pack a parka, I pack my Bermuda shorts, my swim trunks, and a rain slicker, because I mean, you never know. And then 5 or 10 of these robes. So.
Right. Well, we have an interesting question.
Yes.
It's I think it's related to your family situation. Somebody wanted to know, Nick Milkey wanted to know, do you have any grandchildren to speak of?
None that I will speak of.
All right, then. Let's just leave that. Yeah.
Screw her. Yeah.
Well,
she's too good for me. I need a drink.
Yeah. So, another question that I have while we wait for more questions from the chat is, if you could settle a bet for me. Me and a friend were talking about this.
Okay.
I believe, that the rule of two is just some bullshit that you made up, because I have never seen you actually stick to it. Is there any credence, any reality to this quote unquote rule of two that the Sith are supposed to keep an eye on?
Yes, well, it's kind of like, I don't know if you've ever seen the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, but it's like the pirate code.
Right.
We actually have those here. Do you guys have those there? Pirates of the Caribbean movies?
Yes, we do. Oddly enough,
that lovely bloke Johnny Depp.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I enjoy those films. But there's one where it's the pirate code. The actual gives more guidelines than actual rules.
Okay.
And that's, I guess, a little like. But also, man, I would just say, I mean, evil. Like a rule that an evil person follows is like, I can do whatever the hell I want with that rule.
Right.
You know?
So I get,
I'm like, I am the evil Sith Lord. I get to decide what happens and what doesn't, and who is in and who is out. So,
right. Okay. That's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense. I mean, if you're going to have a rule and be evil, are you really even following the rules? Right. So I'm with you on that. I can buy that.
Yes.
We got a question here from a friend of the show, Galanorian Saber. He wants to know if he wanted to become an evil emperor, where does one start?
Well,
that's a great question.
First of all, please, Mr. Palpatine was my father. But if you want to get started, then I would say, get a job high up in your planet's government. Work your way up the chain, make a bunch of alliances, and then completely stab everyone else in the back. And try to start a forever war that you own both sides of.
Right.
And then kill all of the church police or whatever. I'm trying to think of what your equivalent of Jedi would be. I don't really know. Just kill all the people who would get in your way and stuff. Probably with chips in the heads of one of the side's soldiers. Just saying, and make one of the side droids so you can just like flip a switch and they're off.
Excellent.
I mean, it's I barely had to think about that. That's like whatever.
It just worked. It just works.
It just works. That's fair.
Works. So I'm going to keep bringing the questions from the audience, because I really appreciate them.
Yes.
The Dark Jedi. This guy seems really interested in becoming an emperor of some sort. Jared, the Dark Jedi. He wants to know if you can debunk any of the rumors, and this is a really great question. We've all been wondering this. Do you serve the true Lord of the Sith, which is Darth Binks? Please talk about that.
Yes. I remember this on Reddit. Yes. I have to say that was very well thought out. And I appreciate the work that anonymous poster did. And I honestly can't remember. Is it anonymous on there now, or I don't even remember. But I would have to say that if anyone was above me, I would have to kill them.
Okay,
and that's just
well, that's part of being evil, right? I mean, if I think about what it means to be evil, like you put that in the same category as your rule of two, right? That's a rule,
absolutely,
a rule, right? And that's and if you, I think, as being an evil being, you just kill shit if it's in your way, right? You just take it down. You just take it down.
Yes.
All right, that makes sense.
Well, and let me say, if I was serving I knew Binks, okay,
right.
And if I was serving that guy, I mean, would you think I would be drinking this?
I think you'd be drinking something much stronger if you were
Gungan blood. Yes, it's very, very weak.
All right, well, that's great. And along those lines, or similar lines, Human Tornado, who's become a great friend of the shows, she says, where did you get your red party robe for Exegol? That's a good question, because it was quite a look.
Yes.
And what do those bandage faced guys do? She said she asked for fun, but I just want to know what they do. So maybe start with the Exegol robe question, and then let's get into those guys who are just hanging out.
The robe with the cummerbund and all
Right.
of that, it's yes, that is actually an Armani.
Okay. Right.
That is actually Armani. So that's 100% that's 100% like it's legit.
Yeah.
So yes, and it's actually it's Force Armani. Like it was created. That's the thing is you don't know that like that's a Force power, but it is like franchised out to certain designers because it is clothing, right? And so you only the best, the best. So Armani, it is definitely Armani. But then the cultists, yes, thank you. I know. Well, they do say they say the devil wears Prada, but yeah, yeah. I'm just not. Me and him, we don't jive.
Yeah, no, I
get it. But the cultists, cloning slaves. That's they do my cloning bidding and stuff, and that's the bandages are just because honestly, they look really normal under all that shit. They just honestly, it's just a bunch of people. That looks. It's like their names are like literally the ones that you saw on screen were Ted and Francis are their
Ted
names.
And Francis are
they're literally Ted and Francis.
Okay.
And so they're just a couple cool guys. They go out and have beers on the weekend. There is a bar actually in the very top of the pyramid, which everything else is underneath the pyramid completely. It makes no sense, but there's nothing else in that pyramid but a tiny little bar at the top, actually.
Like, is it an exclusive club? Is it difficult to get into or?
Not really. I mean, I usually just drink through tubes in my back.
Right.
So it's not that, it's where the cultists go to unwind.
Yeah.
So yes.
Cool.
But yeah, that's kind of what they do for fun. That and also arson.
Arson, drinking and arson are there.
Yes. There's not much to. You can't really damage much of anything. There's nothing but that damn pyramid.
That's
on that planet. So
sure.
And lightning. You gotta watch out for that lightning.
How did you end up there? It doesn't look like you. Did you go to Zillow and see if you could find a great place to start a Sith temple, or how does one find a place like Exegol?
Well, I read about it in the Sith, in Sith writings and things of that nature.
Oh, right.
But actually, I did. Whenever I actually did Google it. After I read about it, and it was actually it was on Trulia.
Okay.
Not Zillow, but I found it on Trulia, and I just have a freaking awesome agent, and he makes things happen. Yes, Bernie, I love you.
But now, I heard there was a big real estate crash after the first Death Star was destroyed, so it was probably pretty easy to pick up at that time.
Yes, very, very much. It was a great time for real estate.
Right.
Yes.
All right. Well, good. So let's see. We have some more questions here. Jared, the Dark Jedi, he's going at it and he's delivering. He wants to know, and this is something that you may be familiar with in our world. There's this group called QAnon. Is there a QAnon in space, or are you basically space Q? This is Jared's question.
There's no space QAnon. There's no space Q. But I am Q, actually. Yeah, I started that shit. Yeah. Are you kidding me? Yeah. I'm Q.
Is there like does the Empire rule through a misinformation campaign, are you? Oh
yeah, we rule through anything. You know me. I like to throw out. I have many different lines, just whichever goes. And that was one of them. Just like throwing it out there. Like maybe I take over your planet and stuff. It happens sometimes. Right. It works about a quarter of the time, but I'm doing that QAnon shit on at least 10 planets right now.
Very good.
So it's not just you. It's not just you. Don't worry. You're not alone. Okay.
Any questions that you want us to ask you? Anything that you wish we had asked before? Because I'm gonna, on Around the Galaxy, we have a 10 question segment. I would like to, bring you through those as well. But is there anything that you'd like us to ask you, perhaps?
I saw something about my son.
Oh yes, yeah.
Did someone say something about my son? I believe it was. Someone who was talking about their systems being. Oh my lord!
Is that your son?
What is that sweet creature?
That's Cookie Cop.
That looks like I would hug that and that's like a teddy bear. Look at that. It's so adorable. Yes. Actually, it scares. Actually, I'm not gonna lie. It scares the hell out of me.
Jackson,
what the?
Jackson made a great point because we mentioned a certain letter of the alphabet that's very rarely used.
Oh, come at me, bros!
Yeah,
come at me. Yes, it's me. Yes, Palpatine. Sheev H. Palpatine. There's a Q.
What? Yeah. What is
somewhere.
the H? What does the H stand for in Sheev H. Palpatine? And what is Palpatine? Is that Italian? Where's the what is
well, it's Nubian. You know, actually, which is essentially Italian. Essentially Italian.
Okay.
But the H actually stands for Hobart.
Oh, Hobart. Okay.
Hobart. No, Hobart.
Hobart.
Okay. Hobart.
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 I don't talk about it much because it's quite embarrassing. Yes, it's actually my grandfather's name. You know, so as in, which I love. God rest his soul. I actually killed him. But
well, yeah, of course you did. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he was in the way. ARS Michael had a question, and I'm sorry I missed it before. He said, "Is there any truth to the rumors that Palpatine had a son with 3 eyes named Triclops?" That's a great question.
Well, so I don't think it's any. I don't think it's a new thing that I got around back in the day. Yes,
which is why you don't talk about your granddaughter.
Well, I mean, my granddad. I mean, that was through a clone and stuff like that. You know, I mean, read the novelization. I mean, come on. But you know, there might have been a couple of nights that I had Maz Amida fly me out to the Mos Eisley Cantina, and you know, a few too many, and maybe. I let's just say I woke up one day next to Reese, and he's a girl. He's a girl.
He's a girl.
Yes, actually, the male of the species it's like a seahorse. He kind of looks like a seahorse. Okay. So yes, and yes, I have a 3-eyed son.
All right.
But I pay no child support, and he's actually quite evil and very proud.
Well, of course. I mean, you're evil. Yes. Why would you pay child support? That just
no. Yeah.
That would be completely outside of your brand. I mean, that doesn't make any sense. This is another question.
He does his own thing. He does.
Okay. Once again from Human Tornado. Thank God for the chat. They're keeping this going. Palps, did you really enjoy the space opera, or did you just need to have your own conversation with Anakin there because you're such a goddamn drama queen? It's a great question because I mean
it is great.
I mean, a lot of people say Palpatine is the biggest drama queen in the entire galaxy. Respond to that.
Well, you know, Pete, Mr. Fletzer, I do enjoy the arts. I do. Okay. I do. So I will say, did I enjoy the opera? You bet your boots I did. Absolutely. I'm a man of class.
Right.
But I also, on the other side of the token is, I'm a sloppy bitch who loves drama. Absolutely. I love drama. Absolutely. Are you kidding me? Look at what I'm wearing right now. Did you see my throne back there?
Yes, we did.
Did you see that? It's
I mean, you're not doing that for convenience. That's for pure drama.
I'm not doing this.
I mean, there's not a right.
Guys, you know, I do this for the sheer hell of it. For the shits and giggles.
Clearly, there's not a fluorescent light in that entire place. You can't see it there, I imagine.
Right. No, actually, it's actually your eyes kind of get used to it a little bit. You know, it's like it's funny because it's permanent dusk here. And so it's honestly quite hard on the eyesight. And so that's like the first thing to go in a failed clone is the eyesight.
Okay.
So that's why the eyes are milky. It just kind of gets like that, and you're like, okay, everything's just a blur.
Toss that one. Bring in a new body.
Fine.
Right.
Yes,
right.
yes, absolutely.
All right. Another question. This one's from Gannon. Gannon would like to know, what is the hair care product you prefer to use before a hot date with Miss Ree Palpatine?
Oh yes, well we're not married, and we don't see each other anymore.
Got it.
But
That's fair.
if
Thank
we're
you
going
for clearing that up.
hair care products is I actually take a little bit of blood of the innocent.
Okay.
And then I just kind of work that through there and get a nice little swoop going in the back.
Right.
And stuff, you want to have a nice, you want to have business in the front, storage in the back. Like a nice little shelf back there.
Right.
So I love that. That's what I love.
Is there my last question is, and again, if anything comes up in the chat, we may continue this, but my last question for you would be, you were thrown down a shaft by your apprentice on your second failed Death Star. First of all, it's a two-part.
Yes, I don't know why everyone keeps bringing that up.
It's a two-part question. It's
a two-part question, but it's also very. I don't know why people. It's not two failed. They both succeeded. It's just they were destroyed. They were both fully operational.
Fair. But they both failed.
You.
Both of them were destroyed.
Yeah,
but so
you
you disappear for 30 years. Nobody even suspects you're coming back in the first two movies because, to your point, JJ and Ryan didn't mention you. What were you doing for 30 years after you were allegedly murdered by Anakin Skywalker?
Well, I'd say the first thing that I did was before I hit the bottom, I jumped into my new clone bodies across the galaxy on Exegol. I had this shit going for a while. Right? Okay. Yeah. Like, so I jumped into it but they weren't ready. Okay. This is in the novelization, right? Okay. Yeah. Just ask the guys who wrote that. But, so I jump into those, right? Okay. And they're not ready. And so I jump in and the cultists are like, oh shit, what? Oh yeah. I scared the crap out of them. Right. They had no idea I was coming. And then I'm like, oh, it's like, look busy, boss is here, kind of a thing. But then, I'm like, oh yes, it worked. And then they're like, oh yeah, but it's not quite ready yet. It basically, bottom line, after a couple weeks, you start smelling like rotten meat. So then it's like, just keep them coming. NBA phase,
right.
Snoke. And then it's just one of those things. But, I in between there, I also did a little bit of traveling.
Okay.
Right. I went, you have to blend in. So I went out, I wore sunglasses.
Right.
Actually it was kind of hard to get around because I did have like a travel version of the giant Omen harness that I wear. That is the canon name. I know a lot of people are concerned about canon here. And yes. So it is my Omen harness. It was kind of like essentially it looked like I was being wheeled around on a cherry picker. Imagine like your grandpa wearing a Hawaiian shirt and Bermuda shorts, flip-flops, strapped to the top of of one of those like lifts, like a cherry picker lift, like wheeling around and stuff. But I went to the beach, I got a tan, and honestly, that actually fried the skin off of that clone, so I had to go to another one. But yeah, no. So just a lot of that, and then right, I forgot. I learned how to knit.
You learned how to knit. Very nice.
Yes.
Very nice.
Yes. Also, I got to deal with Armani, hence the red suit.
Correct. Right. That makes sense.
Yeah. Yes. Great guy.
Very good. Well, Mr. Palpatine, I don't know that I have. I mean, there's so much to learn about you. There's so much to understand, but not a lot of it has been written.
Yes.
And so there's not a lot of canon to be talked about. Do you have any closing thoughts or comments that you'd like to share with us or our listeners? It's your opportunity to to sort of deliver a key message?
Well, first of all, I'm seeing in the chat here, Mr. Nick Milkey asked if I'd ever spent any time at Mar-a-Lago.
Oh,
and,
yes.
Yes, actually, I actually have a lot of stock in Mar-a-Lago and stuff. Yes. But that's all I'll say about that, because I don't really want anyone to know I'm involved there, That's a true. But anyway, I don't really know. Just go out there and be as evil as you could possibly be, and don't let anyone stop you. Don't look out for other people. Use your anger. Use your aggressive feelings. I don't really know. I don't really have anything. I'm trying to do a whole thing, where it's like, oh, it's Return of the Jedi.
Right.
Which, yes, I know the name of the movies. Yes,
right.
Yes. I'm not one of those people who are in them and is just like, well, I'm not really a fan. I just kind of get the check at the end of the day. No. I actually know. I know. I lived the Star Wars.
Well, or died in them twice, actually. It's
yes, well, you don't have to be so hurtful, but yes, actually,
I don't mean to hurt your feelings. I know
it's okay.
You're
It'll
a very
be okay.
sensitive man, but
yes, quite actually.
Well, Mr. Palpatine, this has been a riveting and exciting and very unique interview for Bombadcast, and
yes,
a wonderful experience for me. Where if somebody wanted to keep up with you and perhaps join a cult, where's a good place online to follow you?
Yes, well, you can follow me on Parler.
Okay,
actually,
right.
I'm at yes at Make the Galaxy Great Again, Sheevy Babes. Yes. I don't know if you have, Pete. Do you have my? Can I plug my product?
Oh, please, yes.
Yes,
actually,
yes.
I don't. I got the. I don't have
Yes.
the image available. I'm sorry to say, but you can talk about it. And
Yes,
first of all,
yes.
thank you, D Melts. Thank you for the $5 super sticker. Really super appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Thank
so much.
you. Thank you. I'm not sure. I mean, I'm not really a sticker kind of guy.
Right.
But I mean, this isn't really even my show. But yeah, I appreciate you showing up. So thank you. Thank you for showing up.
Well, it's the heavy promotion. Who doesn't want to see, Sheev?
I mean, it's hard to go to the grocery store even, and usually
sure.
I have Maz do that for me. Well, Maz actually is dead. Yeah, I forgot. That's I get so confused. It's like we started in the middle and then like we go to the beginning and then we ran to the end. Like what the hell,
Right.
It's just, it's one of those things. But it is what it is. But yes. You can find me, again on Parler, but you also can now join my Dollar Sheev Club is what it is called. Dollar Sheev Club.
Right.
It's a line of electric razors, and it's electric razors. It's actually just a razor, and it's got little electricity. You can see the electricity in it.
Okay.
Get it? Because I've got the lightning fingers and stuff.
I'm keeping up with you. I'm keeping up.
Right. Yeah, you're picking up what I'm throwing down.
I am.
I get it. But it's quite quite dangerous. I've get a lot of pushback from the FDA and the Better Business Bureau because a lot of people have actually died from using them because it is open. It's actually there's no cover. It's actually just open electricity.
Yeah, that doesn't sound terribly safe to me. I mean,
apparently that kills people. So I don't know.
I don't know.
What can you do? Just keep selling them. But yeah, Dollar Sheev Club. Go ahead, go for it. It's totally fine. Won't kill you.
Excellent.
Won't kill you.
I want to. Well, I want to thank you for spending some time with us in the Bombadcast. I'm not even Bombadcast. I just, I'm filling in. I'm excited to.
Well, you did quite well. I'm sure those other two chubby weirdos would be fine with it.
I'll let them know that you you referred
Yes.
to them as chubby weirdos.
Yes.
And wait a second before we go. D-Mel's just threw us a $20
Oh my
sticker.
lord.
My goodness. Thank you so
I
much.
don't even
man.
know what the hell those are, but thank you.
Well, in this
Thank
case,
you.
I'm looking over here, and it looks like it's a little blue guy holding a trophy. So clearly,
Ooh.
D-Mel, thank you so much.
Is that for
Seriously.
participation?
I think so.
Is.
I think it is a participation in the Sith
Yes.
trophy. It's wonderful.
Yes.
These are these are geeks and gamers and Star Wars theory type sticker super chats. I really appreciate these kind of numbers. Thank you very much.
Yes.
But
yes, I know those guys. They're great. I love them.
I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do.
Yes.
Well, as all remaining systems said, looks like I did well as a intern. D Mills says we got the trophy, and I say thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight in this little experimental Thursday on Bombadcast. Any final words, Palps, before I kick you out the door here?
Hey.
All right, man. Stay Bombad. Peace.